Hi, and welcome to one of our videos in the DIY range. New Trades Career run courses in plumbing, electrics, gas, renewables and welding. We've made some general videos for you to help you increase your DIY skills. But if you're looking to become a fully qualified tradesperson, visit www.newtradescareer.co.uk and we'll help you achieve your goals.
Ladders and step ladders are perfect for short duration work and for gaining access. But where work is heavier and is going to last a longer duration, then a tower scaffold is perfect for that opportunity. Here we're going to build a single width tower scaffold with a 2-section height. So the first thing that we do is, before we go anywhere, is we need to check all the components are present and we need to make sure that they're all in good condition. To start from the beginning, we've got our casters. These make the tower mobile, but they also then allow us to provide level to the tower as well. We've got various braces. We've got 2 different types of braces, one that's a longer one and one slightly shorter. The longer is a diagonal and it has a blue claw. The horizontal is the shorter one and it has a red claw. And we should have 2 on that side to create the intermediate and the handrails, and this one here is going to create the bottom rail to keep the frame square. We've got 2 smaller sections, one with a ladder, one without. These make the bottom part of the tower scaffold and the casters will be inserted into the sockets on the bottom of those frames. Then we have the 2 larger sections which will make the top part of the tower, which will sit over the sockets on the smaller sections. So the first thing we need to do before we do anything is a quick visual, and just to make sure that there's no obvious damage on the components as we go. So you're looking for any damage to the welds, any dents to the frames, and any obvious damage that could render the tower scaffold unsafe. So if we do a quick visual, if you come over this way, have a look over, just make sure you're happy with all the components and there's no obvious issues. Okay. So once we're happy that everything's there and it's in good serviceable condition, we can start the assembly of the frame. So the bottom half of the tower is going to be made up with the 2 smaller sections at either side, and this is where it's ideal to have a colleague with you. And between each side you will have a horizontal brace to hold the frame square. But before we do that, we need to insert the casters into the bottom of each of these sections here, into these sockets here. So if you want to insert those into there, so you've just got a small lock on the top, push that through into the frame. And make sure that engages all the way into the caster on the end. Okay, so now if we pick those sections up and hold them opposite each other, either end of the tower, that's it. And now what we're going to do is you're going to take a horizontal brace and we're going to fit it to the frame, but it's important that the claw is facing outwards. If it's down, it can slide, okay? We want it to hold the frame square. So if we put one onto one side first, Now the frame, it will hold itself now, so we can put the brace on the other side. Perfect. But what we need to do now is to make sure, because the ground might be uneven, is we need to make sure that the tower is level before we take it any higher. So using our spirit level, we can put that across the horizontal brace and we can adjust the casters to suit. The adjustment would be made just by turning this clockwise or anti-clockwise to bring the tower up or to bring it back down again. But it's not used to gain extra height, it's used just to gain the level. So if you check all round, so that needs to come up just a tiny bit on that side and stop just until the bubble is between the two, and the same on the other side. That's level, and just check on along the length. Happy with that? And the same on the front of the tower. Okay, so to make sure that the tower is locked and it can't go anywhere, we need to just check that the brakes are on each of the casters. So using the red one, just push down and make sure that the brake is on. Okay, so we have it square, we have it level, and it's locked into position. So now we can put the next sections onto the spigots here. So what we need to do, if we do these in pairs, so if we come around, grab the section with the ladder, that's it, and together team lift, and then raise it vertical and position over the spigot on the tower. That's it, it must sit firmly down, so the pin will pass through the socket here so that it locks with the bottom section. So if you unhook that pin, pass it through the frame, and then lock it on this side, that's it. Same on the other side. That's it. It's loose, but it's not going to go anywhere. Shortly we're going to put a diagonal brace this way, so that will hold the top section to the bottom section of the tower. We need to do the same on the other side, so if we come around this way, and then a team lift, perfect, and then position the sockets over the spigots, and at the same time, okay, and then to release the pins and pass it through. Now, in order to hold the top sections to the bottom section, we need to use the longer brace, which is the diagonal brace, which will come from here and it will go onto the third one on this side. And we're going to do them opposite, so we'll have one going this way, and on that side we're going to have one going that way. So if we do that one first, do this side first. So if we position the bottom one onto there, put it into the tower, and that will lock over in the same way, and then bring that down onto the one that will hold onto there. That's it, and just each time just check it's secure. And we'll do the same on this side, but we're going to go in the opposite direction. Holding on there. So now that we've got the frame to this stage, we now need to get the platform in. We're going to put an intermediate platform and then we're going to put the final platform in. It's important as we do that we don't stand up on them until we've got our handrails in place so that you've got something to hold on to. So the first thing we're going to do is put a platform in on this level here with the trapdoor on the ladder side. So that's the first. If you want to grab one of the platform sections, and then clear, keeping your fingers clear over the frame and push the lock back. Make sure that it's fully locked and then push the securing lock asset underneath there. Okay, so if you come round to the front of the tower, we never climb up the outside of a tower and we never stand on the horizontal braces. These are not designed to take our weight, and if we put a force on the outside of the tower, it can topple it over. So all the forces must be on the inside of the tower. So in order to get up, we're going to go underneath the trapdoor and then you're going to sit on this section here and then we'll build the next section up. So if you'd like to get underneath, so that's the position of the final platform, that's it, over there. And support on one side and pull that over, taking care. And underneath the platform, lock that down over. Okay, so now we've got the two platforms in place. The next stage now is to open the trapdoor on the top section, but what you mustn't do is that you mustn't stand up. Okay, you've got at this stage, there's no intermediate rail and there's no handrail. So the next stage will be to open the trapdoor, sit only on the platform, and we're going to position two rails, an intermediate rail on the first bar and then a handrail at the very top. So just sit on there, that's it, no further, that's perfect. Just sit there, that's it, nice, sit. And then a handrail, start on this side, and it's a horizontal one, so it needs to clip. No, I put it so that it's clawed on the outside, that's it. That's it. That's it. And then two handrails. That's it. And they'll go on to the very top. They'll go into the very top set. So two more, that's it, on the horizontal. That's it. Okay. That's it. So all the rails are locked. Now you can stand up but you can't work yet because there's no toe boards. If you've got tools or equipment on the platform, there's a risk that they could be kicked off. So the idea now is that we use the toe boards. In this case, we've got collapsible toe boards. So if you like to pass those up, and we position it over the platform and then allow it to go round the frame. That's it. No, that's the correct way. And now it concertines, so it opens up. You'll need to stand up and get into it. That's it. That's it. And then it opens up and sits over the platform. That's it. And it just it should lock just either side. There we go. The tower scaffold is now complete and ready for use. It's important that each time you use a tower scaffold that you check it, make sure it's in good condition and that it's sound for use. The other important thing to remember is that each tower scaffold is different and manufacturer's instructions must be followed every time.